Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel DS Tech Mirror. In today's video, we will see how to create a responsive grid in SPFX. To create a responsive grid, we will use Fluent UI with React. First of all, I would like to clear one doubt regarding Fluent UI. Most of the folks are thinking that Fluent UI is the new thing which Microsoft have introduced. Let me clear it for you that Fluent UI is nothing, it's the same old Office UI Fabric React or Office UI Fabric Core. Now Microsoft is rebranding Office UI Fabric React as Fluent UI. So it is recommended by Microsoft to use Fluent UI or Office UI Fabric React in your SPFX web part because the customizations which you will do using Office UI Fabric React or Fluent UI will be seamless with your Office 365 environment. In fact, Microsoft is also using Fluent UI in its Microsoft Office 365 environment. From now onwards, I will call Office UI Fabric React as Fluent UI only. So you can understand it is the same as Office UI Fabric React. So to use Fluent UI in your SPFX web part, you need not to install anything explicitly in your SPFX solution. You have to just create a new SPFX web part using React solution because I've already covered all these things in my SPFX tutorial. Just I would like to repeat that when you create a SPFX solution, it gives you three options whether you want to create a web part, extension or library. If you choose a web part, then you again get three options whether you want to use no JavaScript framework, React or Knockout.js. So if you want to use Office UI Fabric React or Fluent UI, you have to just create your SPFX web part with React solution and you can directly use it in your solution. So in today's video, we will directly go to the Visual Studio Code and we will see how to create a responsive grid. Over here, I am just showing a sample how a code will look like for this responsive grid. It will be like div class ms grid directly left to right, div class ms grid row column. So initially there will be a grid, then in the grid we will create row and inside row we will create column. So I think most of you are already aware that grid is a very useful control in our day-to-day development environment. You can use grid to create a form layouts, you can use grid to display list item and various other scenarios grid always cover. So it is a very handy control. And also today's requirement is the responsiveness, that my UI should work on the desktop, large desktop, my mobile devices, etc. So my UI should be responsive. So we will see how Fluent UI will help us to quickly create grid that is a responsive grid. And important thing is it requires a very less time. You can quickly create your grid. So let's go to my Visual Studio Code. I've already created this blank solution, that is my React solution. I've already created this for you. So and I will start my development in it. So before that, what I will do, as usual, I will run a terminal and I will run gulp command just to show you. Right now this is the default SPFX web part. So let's wait for gulp to get completed. I will show you that this is the default SPFX web part and we will customize this. So guys, my gulp server is ready. Now I will go to the browser. This is my local workbench which got opened. Now I will add the web part in this. My web part name is responsive grid and you can see this is the default SPFX web part. Now let's start modifying it. So what I will do, I don't need all this code, so I will remove it till here. So I need this style.row. Now what I will do in this, as usual, what I will do, I will create my div with my id. Div id is equal to, so all these are custom. Over here I will create a div id is equal to dv underscore custom, and here I will close my div. So now inside this I will create my responsive grid. Now I will show you in node modules that by default Office UI Fabric React is available. That's why we can directly use it. There's no need to install anything, and you can see at the top this Fluent UI. Now Microsoft has rebranded it, so you can see over here my Fluent UI is available by default, so I can directly use it. So what I will do, in my PPT I have this code, so I will copy it. I will explain you the entire code and I will paste inside this custom div. Now I will rename this because in SharePoint, sorry, in SPFX, class name will work. So over here I will replace it with class name, and now I will remove this blank character. So the explanation for the code will be, this is my custom div. Inside this I am creating my responsive grid. As a first div, this is my ms grid. Inside the grid I am using this ms grid row. Inside this I am using this two columns I am creating. I will explain you all the classes. First, don't get confused by the classes name. all these classes will be interpreted by SharePoint because Fluent UI is already integrated with my SPFX. So I do not need to add this in my CSS file. I can directly use them. I have to just use these classes. Just if you have guys worked on Bootstrap, then you will be able to link it. It's the same way. Over here, it just these classes belong to my Fluent UI. I have to use these classes to get the responsive grid. So now I will save it and my Gulf server is working. Now I will go to my browser and I will see whether I can see any changes. So now my browser is ready. So over here you can see I can see my responsive grid that is column A and column B. Now I will explain you more things in detail. Guys, just understand. See, these two divs are important. Over here you can understand this is a simple row. See, this is a simple. You can understand this is a simple table, like a table tag. This is my tr tag and this is my td tag. And now how I am doing the division, how it is responsive, how it is creating that, how it is bringing the responsiveness, that we need to understand. So we should understand these two columns. Let's just understand that my display, my screen is divided into 12 parts, and now I will use this combination of these 12 parts to create a screen in my responsive grid. So this is my class msgrid column. After this, these classes are small mobile, you can say, medium desktop and large desktop. So this class will take care of my large desktop, this will take care of my medium display, and this will take care of the mobile display. So this is the combination of these two classes. So over here what I am doing, inside this row I am creating these two columns, that is column A and column B. Now calculation wise what I have to take care that the sum total should be 12. Now if I consider about my mobile display, so I am giving 50% of the space to column A and 50% of the space to column B, that is 6 plus 6 12. For the medium desktop, how I am dividing it, like 1/4 part I am giving it to the column A, 1/8 part I am giving it to the column B. And for the large desktop, 16% of the space will be taken by column A and rest of the space will be taken care by column B. Now this is in our hand, like I can change it. I can make it 6:6 on the large desktop, 6:6 on the medium desktop also, and 6:6 on the mobile devices also. First of all, let's go and see how it is looking. Let me just put some text inside this column. Let's say this is my responsive grid column A, and I will put some content. I will put some content in my column B. This is my responsive grid in column B. I am testing my responsive grid. Now let's go and see the changes. So guys, you can notice one thing, how easy to create a responsive grid in SPFX using Fluent UI. So Fluent UI is very powerful. I will recommend you to start using this in your projects and make it as a habit. It is also recommended by Microsoft, and it is really easy to use and really helpful and powerful. It will go seamless with your Office 365 environment. So over here you can see this is my responsive grid column A, this is my responsive grid column B. I am testing. So these two are columns. So this is my large desktop. So now I will show you in the browser console how my controls are looking. So this is my column A. So you can see this. I have used this classes MS Grid. Automatically I am getting the styles over here. This is my MS Grid row. This is my MS Grid row. So automatically I am getting the styles related to the MS Grid. And this is my MS Grid column. So automatically these classes will read whether this is the mobile device or medium desktop or the large desktop. So you can see over here. So automatically I told you that column A will take 16% of the width. So this is taking 16%. If I remove it, now things are getting changed. And rest of the space, that is 83%, is taken care by my column B. So now we will check whether it is responsive or not. So what I will do, I will reduce my size. First of all, I will increase my browser width. You can say I'm not getting any horizontal scroll bar. If I increase the zoom size or increase the browser by 175%, then also I'm not getting any horizontal scroll bar. So you can see this is responsive. If I reduce the size, so it will automatically adjust. So you can see how responsive it is, and it will also work for my mobile device. Now we will go forward and add few more columns. Before adding more column, I will make some changes over here. Let's say now for the column A, I will give the 50% space, and for the column B I'll give the another 50%. So our sum total should be 12. That is important. This is the only small trick in this. Now column A will have more space, column B will have a less space, that is 50% each column. So it automatically got refreshed because this is my local workbench, and you can see now my column A will be having 50% of the width. You can see width 50%. So automatically it will decide the width, and again it will be responsive. You can see again it is responsive. So now I will go forward and I will add few more columns. You can simply copy these columns and just replace your content or controls. You can add anything inside this div. You can add your content, dynamic content, you can add your SPFX control, Fluent UI other control. It's very easy. Now just to show you, this time I will add text area, that is Fluent UI text box over here in this control, or button I will add. But before using those control, I have to import them at the top. To import them, what I will do, import from add office UI fabric react. Now I will add text box, text area and button. I think there's some mistake with my control. It will give me the IntelliSense. Let me wait. That is text field, okay, and another will be my button. Yes, now it is fine. So these two control I will use. I just want to show you we can use other controls also inside this grid layout. So now what I will do, this is my column A and column B. Now in this column A, what I will say, I will put the text as Fluent UI text box, and in the column B I will put the text box. So it's very easy to use text field, and that's it. I have to just put the closing tag. And in the third column which I have had, I will add the Office UI fabric button, that is my Fluent UI button. So I will say Fluent UI button, and in the column B I will add the corresponding column button over here. I'll say Fluent UI. It's mandatory to put the closing tags. Now I will save it. We will go and see our grid. My Gulp service is already running. So my Gulp service completed. I will go to the browser. So it got refreshed automatically, and you can see the other controls. Okay. So this is the new column which I have created, that is Fluent UI text box. This is my text box. I can input anything over here. This is my Fluent UI button, and you can see this is my button. So guys, this is my responsive grid. Again I will show you. It is a responsive design, and I can use this grid. Basically I will actually, just to inform you, at the backend I am preparing a complete demo using all this Fluent UI control. I am creating a SharePoint list form using this. So in that I will be using this responsive grid to create a SharePoint list form. So you can use this grid to create a SharePoint list form. You can use this grid to display SharePoint list column values. So this is a multi-purpose grid, and advantage we have this is responsive, and we don't need to input anything extra effort to make it responsive. We have to just use these classes. You can note down these classes, that is MS Grid row, MS Grid column, and it just you have to take care of that. Sum total should be 12 with respect to each display, that is small mobile, medium display, and the large desktop. LG is the large desktop, that is the medium desktop, and this is the small display. So sum total should be 12 of all the controls. So guys, with my display 50% screen division for both the columns is not looking good. So what I will do, I will return back to 2, and I will make it as 10. 2, same, I will make it as 10, and the third one also 2, and I will make it as 10. Now I will save it. I will go back. It should look better now. In this video I'm not putting any emphasis on the UI of my grid. I will take it in a separate video. The agenda of this video is to just get you introduced with the Fluent UI control, and in this series first control is the grid control. So the basic agenda is to introduce you with the Fluent UI different controls. So now we will go. So I will put them in a separate row. So this is my row. So I will say one row and 2 columns. So after this 2 columns, I will add another row over here, and after this I will add close my div. Same way, this is my second row, and now I need to create the third row. This is my third row, and these 2 columns. After end of these 2 columns, I will end this div. I will remove this extra column which by default got added as a closing tag. Now I will save it. So now you can see this is my grid. In this grid, this is my first row, and this is having 2 columns. Similarly, this is the second row. It is having 2 columns, and this is the third row, and it is having another 2 columns. So this is my layout. Simple. Now I will save it, and we will see. So it is very easy to create, very useful, and very responsive. I will go back to the browser. Gulp service ready. I have put separate row for each 2 columns, and now Now you can see this text box was giving me some UI issue. It was coming in the second row. It was because I have not created the separate row, and now you can see it is coming perfectly fine. In the browser, once again we can see the structure. See, this is the first row. Inside this you have two columns. Then this is my second row, this is my third row. And one last time I will show you the responsiveness of this final design. See, it is completely responsive and it will work for the mobile devices also. So guys, if you like this video, please like and share the video and subscribe to the channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notification for our upcoming videos. If you have any issues with respect to this video or any of our previous video, you can reach out to us through our email ID, that is contact@dstechmirror@gmail.com. We have created a group over Facebook called Modern SharePoint. You can find the link in the description box. You can join that group and we can collaborate over there. You can follow me on Twitter. This is my Twitter handle to get all the updates from the Office 365 world. Till then, much love, keep learning. Thank you.